I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Friday, August 14th. Today, on pause.
My jaw dropped for a moment. I was amazed that it had finally happened, to be honest.
Why a for-profit donation clinic is pausing plasma collection following 2 donor deaths in Winnipeg. Also today, hit and run. The charges one man is facing for an incident that left a child with serious injuries. Plus, rolling into town. How a coast-to-coast motorcycle ride is raising awareness for PTSD, one motorcycle at a time. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Reaction is pouring in tonight after a for-profit donation clinic paused plasma collection Canada-wide months after 2 donors died in Winnipeg. And while Griffles says this is just a temporary pause, others are calling for it to be permanent. In a statement to CTV News, Griffles says it is pausing plasma operations after, quote, unfounded attention. It plans to use the temporary pause to come up with a framework for future collection services. Wednesday, Health Canada issued a notice of non-compliance at the company's Taylor Avenue location. Its investigation found several compliance concerns, including problems with how donors are screened. The Manitoba Health Coalition argues for-profit encourages poor practices and wants to see paid plasma ended permanently.
My jaw dropped for a moment. I was amazed that it had finally happened, to be honest, because we've been seeing a real serious pattern of harm from Griffles for months now. There have been oppositions to paid plasma since Griffles made the deal with CBS. We have the history of the Creaver Commission and the tainted blood scandal. So, you know, I was starting to think nothing was going to stop this harmful pattern that we're seeing, or it maybe would take more deaths, which I really don't want.
Griffles says donor safety and the quality of its plasma it collected has never been compromised. Health Canada cleared the clinic in connection to the 2 deaths, saying there was no link between the deaths and plasma donation. CTV's John Hendricks visited the clinic today and spoke to one of its frequent donors. Hear what he thinks about the closure and if it will impact his decision to donate again in the future. That's coming up next hour at 6 o'clock. A 29-year-old man is facing charges tonight following a hit and run that left a child with serious injuries. It happened yesterday afternoon around 5:30 in the 500 block of North Point Boulevard in West Kildonan. Investigators say the child was riding a bicycle on a sidewalk when they were hit by a truck leaving a parking lot. The driver left the scene before police arrived. Police say the child was sent to hospital in unstable condition, but was later upgraded to stable. A 29-year-old man is charged with dangerous driving causing bodily harm and failure to stop at the scene of an accident. Drivers in South Winnipeg can expect traffic to be a headache this weekend. City crews are paving one of the area's busiest intersections. Northbound traffic on St. Anne's Road is being directed onto eastbound Abinogi-Meekina, while southbound St. Anne's Road traffic is being directed onto westbound Abinogi-Meekina. No left turns or through traffic will be allowed for south or northbound traffic. Abinogi-Meekina will be down to 1 lane in each direction. Because of this, drivers won't be able to make left turns onto St. Anne's Road. The detours begin tomorrow at 6 a.m. and don't end until Sunday at 6 p.m. There's no doubt trees add beauty to the neighborhoods where they reside, but they also serve a practical purpose. They protect us from the heat. Now, researchers at the University of Manitoba want to establish the best methods for maximizing the shade.
It's not just a number of trees that we're planting, it's also the type of trees we're planting, because we want our trees to survive.
That's Yu-Hao Liu from the U of M's Department of Landscape Architecture. His research involves using both drones and satellite imagery to chart exactly where shade falls and which areas are exposed to more heat, as well as what influences both. Then he looks for patterns to tell us how various tree species, building materials, and street designs can help keep us cool.
So with these multi-decadal data, we can now see, okay, whether or not this part of the neighborhood, perhaps the trees are suffering, perhaps from drought, perhaps from disease, like you mentioned earlier, or we can also see places that trees are growing really, really well. Then we can study, okay, what are we doing that helps the trees grow so well in those type of neighborhoods?
And it's not just Winnipeg. The team is using this method to chart trees and shade cover in 19 different cities across Canada. A coast-to-coast motorcycle ride has rolled into Manitoba. It's called the Rolling Barrage and aims to raise awareness about PTSD among veterans and first responders. The annual ride across Canada arrived in Winnipeg today after leaving St. John's, New Brunswick on August 2nd. 111 riders are currently with the group, but many people join along the way. Anyone interested in learning about PTSD is welcome to join.
This is a peer support. So when they come and get involved, they'll get closer and closer to the stories, and they'll start relating those stories to their personal life. And a light bulb comes on. And then they start to do research, and they listen to the stories here on how people deal with that, and then they bring those home and they try them at home. And sometimes it works to bring down their anxiety, their anger, all of it.
For route information, head to therollingbarrage.com. All right, let's bring in Colleen Brady now and get a first look at your weekend Skywatch forecast. A lot going on tonight. The Bombers are playing, the Bird Block Party's on. Is it going to rain?
Yeah, we are in the midst of a summer soaking across southern Manitoba as we speak, particularly, as you well know, if you are in southwestern parts of the province. This rain started to arrive overnight. It's been falling all day long. It will continue tonight as it extends now through the Interlake. We had our first round of rain showers earlier today. We're in a bit of a break right now where it's cloudy, but you can see that there's another band that's approaching the city right now as all of this will make its way east as well. Now, for the time being, we have a rainfall warning that's in effect for the southwest corner of the province. I'll have more details on how much these areas can expect to receive by the time this all wraps up. And by the way, I'll tell you when that will be too, and what we're looking at here in Winnipeg. But for now, let's take a look through the CTV Live Eye. It is brought to you by Bath Fitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years. In Winnipeg right now, it is cloudy. We have a guest on the screen, 19 degrees, winds out of the northeast at 17 kilometers an hour. The pressure is dropping and the humidity is 78%. Out in traffic, it's dry now. It won't be for much longer. A live look at Main at Broadway. Traffic moving well through that stretch of the downtown.
I'm here at the Korean pavilion for Folklorama. Still to come, we'll chat not just about traditional Korean culture, but I'm also going to try a few K-pop dance moves. That's still to come after the break.
Another turnover at the top level for Lululemon today. A member of the executive team has left the company ahead of its September leadership reset. B&M Bloomberg's Lindsay Biscaya has more.
Lululemon's chief AI and technology officer has quit the job after less than a year in the role. Ranju Das was a member of the senior leadership team and the first executive at the company to hold that title. His exit hits during a broader leadership shakeup. Just days ago, Lululemon's chief strategy officer also walked away after 14 years with the brand. The exits add to concerns that the retailer's turnaround brand is still struggling to find its footing. The new CEO, Heidi O'Neill, is set to start in September, and Lululemon's stock has slumped more than 40% so far this year. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 72.06. West Texas Intermediate finished the day higher at 82.40 a barrel. Western Canadian Select was down to 63.55, and the TSX finished the day down as well, closing at 36,730 points. Those are your business headlines. I'm Lindsay Biscaya.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers have starting quarterback Zach Caleros back tonight as they take on the 0-8 Ottawa Red Blacks at Princess Auto Stadium. Caleros suffered a neck injury early in the second quarter of a 14-13 Bombers win over the Hamilton Tiger Cats on July 5th. The 4-4 Blue Bombers will also get a boost by the return of the offensive lineman Jarrell Broxton, who missed the last game with a knee injury. That game tonight kicks off at 7:30. WestJet has agreed to pay a $4.5 million settlement in a sexual harassment class action lawsuit. The suit was launched in 2016, brought forward by flight attendants. According to the lead plaintiff and her lawyer, more than 3,000 flight attendants are involved in the lawsuit. The flight attendants allege WestJet failed to provide a safe workplace, with one allegation of a pilot sexually assaulting a flight attendant during a layover in 2010. In a statement, WestJet said it was pleased to have reached a settlement. We are nearing the end of Folklorama, but we've got one more passport stamp for you tonight. We are taking you to the Korean pavilion to explore the culture and best bites from the nation. CTV's Taylor Brock is our tour guide. So Taylor, what can visitors to this pavilion expect?
Well, as I mentioned in the just before the break, Marilee, it's not just traditional culture, but also some modern. Many folks may be familiar with K-pop. I believe it is probably one of the most popular music genres of today. And with that genre comes dancing. I know, I'll try. But that is why we have these two ladies beside me who are going to attempt to show me an entire routine. But first off, I want to, for people who may not realize that they are listening to K-pop already, what are your favorite bands? Or groups, pardon me.
My all-time favorite group is SHINee, but recently I've been really into 80s.
Okay. And yours?
I'm sure everyone knows BTS. They're actually one of my favorite boy groups. I've been listening to them since 2015. And also 17. They're also another K-pop boy group that's pretty popular.
And is Blackpink a K-pop group?
Yes.
Okay, I got one. Yeah. Gold star. You're going to take it away when we try to dance. So can you show me just that particular dance sequence that we were watching earlier from you two?
Yeah, it's the dance challenge for 80s, the new song Bad.
Okay, so let's give it a try. I just watched it, so let's see if I can do it. So what do I need to do? And what do people at home need to do if they want to try?
All right, so the first thing you do is you kind of sweep your arms around, and you're gonna smack, 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 smack. Like you're just kind of hitting a table.
Okay.
Going loco. And then you're gonna do a chest bump. So it's gonna be big and small, big and small, big and small, big and small.
It's pretty subtle.
While you're doing that, this hand is going to slowly go down to about your hip.
Okay, let's give it a go.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8.
I think I should have practiced before. Well, we've only got a few seconds left, so we'll let you folks show people what it's supposed to look like. I'll let you count yourselves in.
Hey, switching up the bass. Got the music going loco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And usually there's a larger group of people with each of you. Yes. So I've got some moves now to pull out if I want to dance at a club or bar or the streets of Korea. You never know, maybe people will join me and I'll finally figure out this dance and some rhythm, Marilee.
Looks like a lot of fun. All right, thanks, Taylor. We'll check back in with you next hour. A heated casting announcement, the latest updates from season 2 of a popular TV series. Those details next in Spotlight. Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and you've got a long list of fun things for us to do this weekend.
Buckle up, folks. Here's a list of just some of the events taking place in Manitoba this weekend. Of course, the Burt Block Party returns in front of the Burton Cummings Theatre this fall. Stonewall has Quarry Days featuring main stage headliner The Great Canadian Road Trip with Doc Walker, Michelle Wright, and Jason McCoy. Bend and Snap with Rainbow Stage's new production Legally Blonde the Musical. The Street Fest Festival. I can't say this one. Street Feast Festival.
Need to try it because it's a lot harder than you think.
It is. It gets me every time, and now I'm in my head about it. Street Feast Festival. It looks like it's great. Lots of good food. It's over at the Forks. Check it out. The Hanover Egg Fair has bull riding and Katie St. Germain in concert. Fun Fest is on in Minnedosa. Verdun hosts an indoor rodeo and Wild West Days. And the 3rd annual Black Garden, a celebration of Black culture and music, is on at the WAG. You can find a full list of events this weekend on our website. That's ctvnewswinnipeg.ca.
Feast and festival trip you up together.
I don't know what it is about
I'm with
that
you.
Combination of words.
I've tried to say it with you, and I get caught up too. So
there you go.
You're not alone.
Thank you.
The newest Spider-Man movie is going for a 3-peat.
That's right. It's expected to be a big weekend at the weekend box office.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. You just have to trust me. Fine.
Deadline reports Spider-Man Brand New Day is forecast to add another $57 to $72 million US this weekend. That's expected to keep it in front of the debuting sci-fi title The End of Oak Street, starring Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. And another movie starring Hathaway, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, is also looking to hold on to its spot in the top 3.
The Crave original series, Heated Rivalry, is building out its season 2 cast, and there's some new additions.
And you might recognize some familiar faces.
I was going to ask you, Hollander, will you come to my cottage this summer? Don't go to Russia.
The hit show announced 5 new cast members. They include Emily Hampshire from Schitt's Creek and Priyanka from the reality series Drag Brunch Saved My Life. The 2nd season is currently filming in Toronto and is set to premiere next spring.
A lot of people eagerly awaiting that.
No kidding. Counting down the days. Yes.
Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Your Friday night primetime lineup starts at 7 with W5 Avery Haynes Investigates. Crime Scene Investigators follows up at 8. And at 9, catch The Rebuild inside the Montreal Canadiens. It's all right here tonight on CTV. A live look right now, Portage Avenue east and westbound in front of Fuller Park, moving smoothly in both directions there. It's cloudy in the city, 19 degrees. I will show you when it could get soggy here in Winnipeg, and a look at the rest of southern Manitoba coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
It's about the size of a grapefruit and is really good at hiding. Take a look. This is a rare and endangered piglet known as pig deer. She was recently born at UK's Chester Zoo and has been described as a lifeline for the species, which is in rapid decline in the wild. The zoo posted this video of her saying it may be hard to catch a glimpse because she's become a pro at hide and seek.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
You might want to hide from this forecast, Colleen. Not a great way to kick off the weekend.
No, a little soggy out there, to put it mildly. And if you are in southwestern Manitoba, you know it's been raining all day long. That rain moved in overnight into the region. This is all courtesy of an inverted trough of low pressure coming up from the northern plate states. So states like Montana and Wyoming, sending all that rain over into Canada there, including into Manitoba. The heaviest band of rain is around this area here. Areas like Verdun expect to get hit the hardest. This area, along with others surrounding Verdun, all these areas lighting up in yellow under a yellow rainfall warning. So that includes places like Boissevain, Deloraine, Hartney, Melita, and all those areas in the southwest corner. Environment Canada still forecasting anywhere from 50 to 70 millimeters of widespread rainfall, generally speaking, within this warned area. It's going to continue tonight, and it should eventually taper off now on Saturday morning. Other areas outside of the warned region, like Dauphin, will still get soaked, and everyone knows Dauphin does not need any more rain. Watch out for roads that could get see ponding over top of it, could get wet. There could be utility outages. It's possible. It's not a certainty, but in these conditions, it is possible. And as you can see, other areas getting soaked as well through the Interlake there. Now, I want to zoom this out and show you there is more moving into Manitoba in behind from southeastern Saskatchewan. We've got more coming in from North Dakota as well. Winnipeg, it won't be long now before some of that rain moves back into the city after we had rain showers this morning and into early afternoon. Northwestern Ontario, all this is headed your way as well. Looks like some is close to Kenora or to the north, but it looks like it may hold off there for a bit yet, but it will arrive, if not late tonight, overnight hours and into Saturday morning. You'll start to see that first of that rain, or at least you'll see it really start to pick up at that point. As we go throughout the next few hours, again, if you're heading out to the Bomber game or to the Burt block party or just planning an outdoor activity tonight, just at least dress for the possibility of some rain showers. We may see it a little bit intermittently before really this heavier rain arrives in Winnipeg in the southeast and really starts to dump anywhere from 10 to 20 millimeters over the city here, and a lot of other areas in the south expecting similar rainfall amounts through the overnight hours. And you can see really that area in the southeast, that's the heaviest looking rainfall as we get into Saturday morning early. Looking at about another 5 millimeters of rainfall, particularly in the morning here here in the southeast as the rain starts to taper off in the southwest. As we get into the afternoon, we may see some straggling showers as we go throughout the day, but this will clear out. And by the time we get to Sunday, it will be drier, it will be sunnier, and it will be warmer. So the whole weekend will not be a wash. For tonight, again, we've got that on again, off again rain. We may see some this evening. It's really overnight when this is going to come down pretty hard. 16 the overnight low. Rain primarily in the morning tomorrow. We may see some stragglers into the afternoon. 21 is the high. The UV index for Saturday for the city is 5 or moderate. Quick look at the long range forecast. Sunday, 23 degrees, mix of sun and clouds. Still a chance of showers on Monday, but a lower chance now, 25 degrees. Sunshine or a mix of sun and cloud through the midweek. 20 Tuesday, but then we get back up to the mid-20s by Wednesday. Let's take a look at our first weather photo. It is a beautiful look out at LeBarrier Park. Andrew said it was a lovely, cool morning this morning, and it looks like it was indeed. And this photo is from Wayne up in northern Manitoba, looking out onto beautiful little Play Green Lake. Email us your weather photos to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
Thanks, Colleen. Golden retrievers from across the country, even the United States, are putting their best paws forward for a national competition this weekend. The Golden Retriever Club of Manitoba is hosting the province's first ever GRCC National in East St. Paul. The four-legged friends will be tested through a series of events. They'll be judged on key traits, including agility, conformation, rally, and obedience, and of course, being a good boy or girl.
Golden Retriever people are just enamored with the breed. I mean, to them, there's like nothing better. And they are a great breed. They're biddable. They're hardworking dogs. They're sporting dogs, so they like to be active. They're lots of fun. They're affectionate. They love people. They love animals. They're just an easy dog to live with. So I think, you know, if you love a Golden, it's just something fun to do with them.
Organizers say other breeds will also be present at the event, so there's something for all dog lovers. The dogs go for gold tomorrow at East St. Paul Community Center from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I've never met a Golden Retriever I don't love.
No.
It may be any dog that I don't love for that matter, but especially Golden Retrievers, they are so sweet. That was a pretty cute one too, whatever that was.
Lovely, yeah.
All right, that does it for us this hour, but don't go far. We're back at 6 o'clock with much more local news. Hope to see you then.